everyone, welcome back to Learning Power BI and Accessible Design, where we make data visualizations simple, smart, and accessible. Today we're talking about something that seems basic, but trust me, it's critical: assigning the correct data type. It's one of those small steps that make a huge difference between a report that flows and one that totally breaks. So let's have a look in Power BI, what the issues it can cause, and how to fix it. So I have here in Power Query a small data sample that have a few columns. So we have project name, activity code, activity, start date, end date, and forecast cost. And all of these columns are formatted as text. Now, if you're not sure how to see what is the data type assigned for your column, so just have a look on your column name, and on the left side there is an icon. So the icon ABC indicates it's formatted as text. Now, it's very simple to address this issue in Power Query, but I'm going to load the data and show you what happens if we try to create visualizations with the wrong data type. Let's have a look now. I'm going to close and apply. So now I'm going to add a matrix. And in my matrix, I want to see the activity code, project, and I want the start date under the values. So let's just expand everything. And now I want to sort my start date from the most recent to the latest one. So I'm going to just sort my table. So sort by start date, and I want to sort it ascending. So now let's have a look what's happening here. So for Project Alpha, you can see that the activity code is sorted correctly. So we have here the Alpha 001 is on the 1st of April, and then we have 2nd of May, and then we have 16th of June. Let's now expand Project Beta. So we can see now that we have Beta 001 on the 1st of April, and then we have Beta 003 happening on the 1st of June, and then the next one happens 24th of April. So it's not on the correct order. And this is not sorting correctly because it is formatted as a text. And as a text, you will first look at the first characters and see what comes first. So we have 01 / 04, and then we have the activity code that is 003. It is 01 of 06. So 01 comes before than 21. So you can see, and that's for this reason that 21st of April is coming after 1st of June. So this is an issue that we can have when our dates are not formatted as date. And as well, we're not going to be able to use any time intelligence functions or create cumulative total. So again, it's very simple to address this, and we're going to have a look. But first, let's now say that I want to have the total forecast cost for each project. So I'm going to just try to drag my forecast cost on the values. And you can see here they're showing first forecast cost. It's not adding all the values together. And if you try to change, it's going to let you add the first, the last, the discount, and the count. So it's not allowing you to aggregate all the costs per activities for the whole project. So again, this is happening because our forecast cost is not formatted as a numeric value, it's formatted as text. And if we try to create an explicit measure, try to put the values, and it breaks our visual. And again, because none of these aggregations or functions that we use on numerical values, none of them will work if you try to use a field that's formatted as text or anything other than the numeric value. So we see now what the kind of issues we can have with the wrong data type. Let's now see how to fix it. So let's go back to Power Query. And let's first change our forecast code. So there are a couple of ways of doing it. You can just select on the icon here, we have ABC, and then let's put it to decimal. And then if you have more than one column, so for example, we have start date and then date that we want to format as date, we can just select both of them by holding Control. And then on the Home tab on the top, you have data type, and you can select the arrow and select date. And if you noted, the icon now, it's a calendar for the date, and it's at 1.2. If it was whole, it would just have 1, 2, 3. As it is. So looking at these icons, you can see if your data is formatted correctly. And if Power BI cannot assign a data type automatically, when you try to perform the calculations, will also work as if it's not a date, it's not a numerical value. So it's very important to check that you have a data type assigned and it's the correct one. So now let's just close and apply. And you can see here straight away on our data, you can see that the end date and the start date now they have a little calendar indicating that they are date fields. And on the forecast codes, we also have this aggregation symbol here for sum. So all the columns, all the fields that are formatted as a whole number or a decimal number, it will create an aggregation automatically. And the default one is a sum. So if we try now to create our matrix again. So let's put the activity code and the project. And let's put again this start date. And it's sort by start date, and I want ascending. So now project alpha, it was sorted correctly. But when you look to the second project, that we had the issue that June was coming before April. It doesn't happen anymore. So you have here 1st of April, 21st of April, 1st of June. So the column is being sorted correctly. And now if we now try to add the forecast cost under our values, you can see here that it says sum of forecast cost. So this is the default aggregation. If you want to change, you can click on the arrow and you can also select average, minimum, maximum, distinct count, standard deviation, variance, median, and show value as. Let's leave it the default as sum. And now if I try to add my measure, it will also work because it is calculating the sum for a field that is formatted as decimal, as a numerical value. So thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you found this video useful. And next time you open Power BI and try to create a report or dashboard, make sure that your data type is correct. It's goodbye from me now, and see you the next one.